Welcome to Andrew Daniel's Purposeful TV, where stories leap from the page and into your life. Here, we transform each of my hard copy books into a journey you can listen to, reflect on, and grow from. If you're ready to dive into stories that empower, inspire, and resonate deeply, you've come to the right place. So grab a comfortable seat, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive in. Today's reading promises to uplift and challenge you. Let's get started.
Early promises and challenges. My journey took a pivotal turn when my family relocated from Familylessons to Akure, driven by the pursuit of better educational opportunities and a brighter future. In the serene town of Akure, where the laughter of children mingled with the gentle rustling of leaves, I was born into a nurturing environment that would cradle my extraordinary intelligence. From an early age, it was evident that I possessed a brilliance that surpassed that of my peers. At just 3 years old, I was already able to articulate thoughts that left adults marveling. Teachers found in me a gem, one whose enthusiasm for learning radiated and drew the admiration of friends and relatives alike. The world around me buzzed with praises, for I seemed to grasp concepts with an ease that belied my tender age. My parents, both accomplished professionals at the General Hospital in Akure, recognized and nurtured my exceptional gifts. They ensured that our home was filled with books, stimulating discussions, and the loving encouragement necessary for a mind like mine to flourish. Conversations around the dinner table were often laced with anecdotes from their professional lives, showcasing the power of education and hard work. This constant exposure to knowledge fostered a deep-seated love for learning within me. Childhood was a mosaic of experiences, richly colored by the warmth of family gatherings that were both frequent and boisterous. Our house was alive with laughter and chatter as relatives gathered to celebrate life's milestones and create lasting memories. Uncles and aunts would often share stories of their youth, tales woven with lessons of perseverance and the importance of education. Each narrative served as a thread, stitching together a rich tapestry of wisdom that I absorbed with wide-eyed fascination. The love and support I received were not mere gestures but essential building blocks that fortified my sense of self. On many occasions, family members would gather, a melange of uncles and aunts contributing to a vibrant learning environment. They would help me with assignments, imparting wisdom through stories of their own academic journeys, fostering in me a sense of belonging and purpose. The house was often abuzz with activity, filled with the laughter and encouragement of relatives who celebrated every achievement, big or small. I thrived in this atmosphere, my confidence buoyed by the unwavering support of those around me. The nurturing environment at home translated into remarkable academic performance. A particularly memorable moment unfolded on a Monday morning when I was 7. My father, a disciplinarian with a heart of gold, was ironing his clothes while preparing to take my siblings and me to school. In a sudden test of my knowledge, he asked, "What's the time?" I hesitated, the pressure mounting in the air, and the result was my father's furious reprimand. "You must know this before we leave," he insisted, pushing me to internalize the lesson. This moment, both tense and enlightening, exemplified my father's commitment to education and discipline, creating a formative experience for me. That day, as we drove to school, the weight of my father's disappointment lingered in the air. I promised myself that I would never let such a moment happen again. I would embrace every lesson, every challenge, knowing that my father's expectations were rooted in love and a desire to see me succeed. This determination to excel became a hallmark of my character, propelling me to greater heights in my academic pursuits. In the classroom, I quickly became a favorite among my teachers. My thirst for knowledge was palpable. I often raised my hand with eagerness, ready to answer questions or offer insights that impressed my educators. They recognized my potential and nurtured it, providing me with additional resources and encouragement. Yet, it was not just my intellect that garnered attention. My compassion and kindness toward my classmates made me a beloved figure. My fellow students often looked to me for help with difficult subjects. I would patiently explain concepts, sharing my understanding in ways that made learning accessible to everyone around me. The camaraderie I developed with my peers fostered an environment of mutual respect and support, proving essential as we navigated the complexities of our early education together. Yet, amidst this nurturing cocoon, challenges awaited me. During school hours, I experienced an incident that would change my relationship with play forever. One day, while engrossed in a game of football with friends, I failed to notice my father arriving early to pick me up. Concerned about the state of my school uniform, which often returned home stained from rough play, he had hidden himself in the car, observing me from a distance. When I finally heard the call, I felt a wave of panic wash over me, realizing the gravity of the situation. It was as though the ground should swallow me whole. The reprimand that followed was swift and thorough, marking an end to my carefree football games at school, a poignant reminder of the boundaries between play and responsibility. I learned that while joy and laughter were essential, discipline and commitment to my studies would ultimately pave the way for success. From that day onward, I played football with greater caution, acutely aware that every action had consequences. Despite such challenges, my journey was punctuated by triumphs that solidified my standing as a beacon of promise among my peers. My first sermon at the church's Children's Harvest showcased my talent for public speaking. With my parents' encouragement, I delivered a brilliant message that resonated with the congregation, earning me a standing ovation and becoming a point of reference for the shepherd, who often spoke of my gift to other children. It was in these moments that my confidence blossomed, illuminating the path ahead. My grandfather, a retired headmaster and counselor, took an active role in my education. During school holidays, he would assign essays to his grandchildren with the common theme of how I spent my holiday. I relished these tasks, reveling in the joy of writing, while my grandfather patiently corrected our errors with a blend of strictness and love. This interaction not only honed my writing skills, but also instilled a sense of discipline and pride in my academic endeavors. Completing my primary education with flying colors at the tender age of 9, I stood at the cusp of a world brimming with possibilities. My brilliance was not merely a product of my innate intelligence, but a reflection of the collective love, guidance, and support from those around me. Yet, as the shadows of challenges loomed ahead, little did I know that my journey would soon demand more resilience than I had ever anticipated. As I moved forward, I faced the impending transition to secondary school, where the academic rigor would intensify and the competition would grow fiercer. Despite my accolades, there was a sense of trepidation about what lay ahead. Would I be able to maintain my stellar performance in the face of new challenges? Would I continue to impress my teachers and gain the admiration of my peers? The transition also came with the awareness of the sacrifices my parents had made to ensure I received a quality education. Their dreams rested on my shoulders, and this added weight only fueled my determination to excel. I made a silent vow that I would make them proud, that I would not falter in the face of adversity, and that I would harness every ounce of my intelligence and creativity to overcome whatever hurdles might come my way. One significant lesson I learned during this time was the importance of resilience. As I contemplated the challenges ahead, I recognized that setbacks were merely stepping stones to success. I began to internalize the notion that every struggle, whether in academics or personal life, was an opportunity for growth. This perspective would serve me well as I entered the more competitive landscape of secondary school. In a world where expectations were high and challenges were lurking, my early experiences had forged a solid foundation, preparing me for the trials that lay ahead. I was not just a child of promise, I was a young person imbued with the strength of family, the wisdom of mentors, and the drive to succeed against all odds. As I embarked on the next chapter of my life, I would carry with me not only the memories of joy and support, but also the lessons learned from facing challenges head-on, a testament to my indomitable spirit. This chapter of my life was just the beginning, and the promise of a brighter future loomed on the horizon, waiting to be embraced. The journey was far from over, and as I stepped forward into the unknown, I felt a sense of determination swell within me. The experiences of my early years had prepared me to meet the world with confidence. I was ready to embrace the opportunities and challenges that lay ahead, fortified by the love of my family and the dreams I held close to my heart. With each step, I carried the hopes of those who believed in me, transforming early promises into a future rich with potential.
Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through the pages of my book. I hope the story we explored today left you feeling inspired, challenged, and ready to look at your own life with a fresh perspective. If you found value in this reading, please hit that like button, subscribe to stay connected, and tap the bell icon so you don't miss future episodes. I'd love to hear what resonated with you most, so drop a comment below and let's keep the conversation going. Remember, every page you turn, every story you dive into, has the power to transform and empower you. This is Andrew Daniels reminding you to keep pursuing purpose, keep fueling tomorrow, and most of all, keep believing in the journey. Until next time, take care and stay inspired.